Yet like another time. Good evening. Welcome to Pep Talk Series 7, Insight Ask Pep Talk Series 7. Yet like another day, we also have a very strong women leader with us, going to talk about a very, very interesting topic today. And thank you, Estres, for giving me this opportunity. Estres Solution is the HR outsourcing company providing end-to-end HR outsourcing and for organization support on virtual HR services, payroll services, HRMS, and creating and rewriting HR policies. They also offer certification programs on HR operations and also HR business partner. You can find more information in their website www.srace.in, and you can find their presence in social media pages like LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook as well. And today we have an interesting women leader, as I told you, none other than Deepa. Deepa, we welcome you. Happy to have you on the session today. So today, Deepa is going to talk a lot on the. Happy to have you on the session today. So today, Deepa is going to talk a lot. Yeah. So today we're going to discuss on strategic HR strategies which we need for every HR or budding HR professional. So HR always means strategy, strategy, strategy. And about Deepa, why she's the best person to share, inputs on this topic. She has around 12 plus years of experience in the manufacturing industry, logistic and supply chain. And she's been dealing with a lot of different kind of people and been evolved as the HR has become digitalized. And over to you, Deepa. So we say HR is all about strategy, and we say we want a strategic HR, and we the HR and strategy are like parents. It always comes together. So what exactly is strategic HR as in like?
All right. Thanks, Kripa, for your warm welcome. It's an immense pleasure to be a part of this wonderful virtual talk on the current moving trends on HR. Like how HR is going to plan a strategy to help business to achieve their vision and to stick with the value and sustainability in the market. Almost all the organization will have their own culture, own values, own vision, and some purpose. And those will create a strong impact on making strategies. And that strategy, it will, it will be a purpose led and performance driven. And HR plan is to bridge, organizational further development with the current strategies and need to align the business with organizational growth with HR capability. As we have to align as a human resource business partner, as a human resource development, as a human resource department, we are the person to cooperate, strategy gaps between the future and present capabilities. Now there is a big trend, in globally, which people are talking about, the culture compass. Organization are mostly involving in the culture, and it culture talks and thinks about the care of the employees, and it's a part of organizational development and culture building. Okay, now what is the future perspectives of HRM which we are going to see? By 2025 we can expect HR professionals to take championship coaches, guide business through expected disruptions on becoming an essential part of HR strategies and planning actually. And also HR department, HR is one of the department would become more agile and faster decision making through improved collaboration. Strategic human resource involves future oriented process, and it's a kind of developing and implementing HR programs that address and solves business problems and directly contribute to the major long-term business objective. That is the objective of each and every HR human resource management that helps on strategic planning. VHR is the only one person who touch human. Just talk about, finance manager, IT management team, project management, manufacturing department, engineering department. They won't involve in human touch. We are the only one person who will be having a human touch, which this function is the biggest administrative function, I can say, which will be focused day to day responsibilities, such as employee benefit, employee care, employee welfare, and we are plays an important role on, as well as providing, ethical and cultural leaderships in all the departments, in all the areas. What I would like to share some strategy which I planned and which I have, done in my existing organization as well as in my current organization.
Deepa, before that,
So
uh,
the first one, yes, Krupa.
yes. So before I know interesting section is coming off in the series. Before that, I just wanted to ask you, why do you think the HR should only drive strategically?
Because we are the proactive thinkers. We will be accessing with the people, and we will be accessing what is happening in the forecast. And if any unforeseen situation happen, if any destructions has happened, we is the first person who access, and we will be the first person who step into the business, and we will solve the problems.
Yes, yes, that's true. I agree. So good or bad, it always comes to the HR. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yes.
So yes, Deepa, I and participants are looking forward to hear about your strategic plan that you've been implementing in the current organization.
All right. The first plan which I've made is effective recruitment. Uh, we usually hire people from many states and many districts in and around Tamil Nadu, and many areas, I can say. I could not say it's a migrant labor. I can say we usually pull people from other states. Like the first strategy, we stop hiring as a cluster. For example, I can say, for example, one college we are hiring, we stop hiring more than 50 or 60 people, because all the peoples group together in case of any festival comes in, in case of any native programs comes, the absenteeism will be very bulk. And in case, if any college program comes, they have to go as a group, they have to be on that program. So so we they have predicted a lot of absenteeism in that season time. So we stopped actually, we stopped actually uh, cluster hiring has been stopped. And we got parents confirmation, like, is that your employee, is that your parent, your kids are coming to our office, our recruitment, we are going to hire them. Is that is fine with you? Is that is okay with you? We will get a parents confirmation from them. And
Okay. Okay.
there was a chronic absenteeism. Uh, we usually, what we have done is, we collected data from dormitories and other departments, and we have took some stringent actions, like 40 percentage or 50 percentage, like a bulk absenteeism, I can say. 20 people or 30 people are not coming in a shift, they'll be sitting in the dormitories. And we have started collecting their data for past 6 months or for past 3 months, and some stringent action has been taken. We have terminated, we have sent some people to their home. So that information has floated to all the departments, that information has floated to all the dormitories, and absenteeism has drastically came down. And we have conducted periodical engagement and fun Fridays and some small engagements we have done. And peak engagement, peak incentive. In case of any seasonal program comes, if the target is increased, if any if the productivity is increasing a lot, So we have done some peak season incentives we have provided. And inventory allowance. This is the latest trend which we have, introduced right now. Inventory allowance at 3 days and 4 days. We have given some inventory allowance and effective induction program. What is the business model? And what is the values? What is our KPI? What is our company norms? And what is our culture? What is our way of working? Everything will be included in that effective induction program. So, and we have given some attendance bonus. Attendance bonus is a part of salary, but we actually thought of providing it as a scheme based. Like, if people are not taking any leaves for past 6 months or past 3 months or past 15 days, we'll be providing some bonus in attendance bonus to them. And gig economy. I would like to talk about this gig economy. Right now, I'm following this in my current organization. It's a periodical working. In case of any peak season comes, if any seasonal base program has started, if the productivity is increased, the market trend is increased, the demand is increased, the gig economy plays a vital role. So we will be calling all the people, those who have went out, or people are working and people are doing their college. Um, so we will be calling them for a periodical work for 3 days or for 5 days or 15 days or 1 month. Then work flexibility. We usually get a survey from the shop floor team, and we usually talk with the cross function teams, and it was happened in the post pandemic support we have provided. Like, we allow people to do their virtual classes, like their virtual college session they have started. Some school have started their virtual college, so we have asked them to attend their examination, and we have provided some facility to write their examination and so on. Then improved holistic wellness, like well-being program we have conducted, like physical mental well-being program conducted, yoga session we have done, and C19 support, like wellness kit we have provided, a lot of grocery support we have provided to the families as a part of CSR activities. Like peak benefit, lucky draw, we have conducted a lot of lucky draw to have a stress free and to subside them, because they are not with their family, they are staying with us, and they have to be very comfortable. So we have provided peak benefit to them. And effective grievance management. We had a strong team, to solve their issue, and created strong credibility among the employees. The credibility is a very important tool, which uh, which which the trust has been created. Wherever you go, whatever they do, what all the information will come to HR. That is the trust we have created with all the peoples. So these are the 15 strategies which I've actually made in my existing and current organization.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So, from whatever you have, said out to us, I understand more about engaging them in their way. So, that is the, high level strategy is what I'm trying to understand. And it's very good to hear applying the new gen concepts like gig economy also on the workplace, especially in the mostly in the manufacturing or plant area. It is usually said that they are not that updated, or it's difficult to bring in certain new gen techniques. But then it's good to see that you have started applying in the the in that particular field. So Deepa, so if you can tell us that three-step process to create a strategic HR plan for the future. Could be like any industry, could be IT, but three things to keep up in mind, or three key points where we can create a process for any kind of strategic HR plan.
All right. It's number one is organization culture. Number two is compensation, which is monetary and well-being focus, and skill development for future industrial need to be planned, and automation of process to be planned to avoid human can made error.
Okay, okay. Um, Deepa, like how welcoming people are with the automation. tools and process, especially in the plant and the manufacturing industry. Since you have more experience on that line, I would also like to know about it more.
Sorry, your voice is breaking actually. I couldn't hear what.
So, automation and introduction of tools and technologies in the plant, or in a manufacturing or a logistics and supply chain industry, how do you think they are welcoming it? Are we facing any challenges when we introduce this? Like, are they ready to accept it? So how does it work?
Of course, actually, we actually find a little bit difficulty when we are introduced any kind of automation. But but a proper training and proper I can say it's training and development initiatives can mold them to adapt the automation actually. And automation is highly essential because now industrial revolution has started, and we have to move on into the automation. And a lot of automation games like virtual area VRS game and artificial intelligence as game. It's going to be the part and parcel of our life. So probably now we have to stick on and we have to move on. We have received a lot of feedback, and we actually done a lot of feedback mechanism based on that. And now people are adopted with that situation, I think.
Okay, okay, okay. So, Deepa, moving on to the next question. So, what are the future perspectives of strategic HRM?
Okay. The future perspective of strategic HRM is for sustainability of the business and growth of the organization. uh, to develop a strategic HR plan, the sustainability is very important. For example, I can give a real time example. It is Nokia and Ford. They have actually failed, and Reliance has succeeded because they have widely spreaded their market according to their customer focus. When a business works on customer focus, is the growth is actually assured. So customer centric is highly important, and customer focus is highly important to develop a strategic HR plan.
Okay. So, what do you think would be the future challenges in the if we are devising strategic HRM policies, or anything related to the strategic HR?
Strategic challenges, I can quote some points like talent management, um, positive employee experience, and attracting talents, major in R&D division, I can say, and employee retention, compensation, and career growth.
Okay, okay, all right. So, what strategic goals can you get closer to by leveraging employee feedback?
All right. Actually, I like this question. Uh, need to construct non-judgmental feedback mechanism so that we can know what we do, and we can know what we know to make a correction measures on that.
Okay, okay, fine. Can you share one such experience of yours so that we get to know more in detail?
um job rotation, I can say. you know
Okay,
um that's leverage employee feedback. Always feedback mechanism is highly important, to review and to evaluate and to have a corrective measures on that. So we actually bought some college students for as I talking about the gig economy, right? We bought some college students, and we have appointed them for 30 or 40 days. There
mm,
was on that time, pandemic has slowly came into the normal, and college has reopened, and we lost that 40 or 50 people. And on that time, we were talking about this multitasking process, and all the assembly people have moved to packing, and all the packing people we have moved to assembly session. And that multitasking helped us to retain the business, and there was a sustainability, and we got a credibility also. So I believe in multitasking. We usually train people on all levels. In manufacturing industry, that is highly important. One people have to do all works. For example, one girl is doing assembly part, she has to be more focused and more taken care to do all the activities like packaging activities like quality. She has to do a lot of DT work, all the repair works she has to do. So I believe in multitasking, and we usually train people to do multitask.
Okay, okay, fine. So, following question to that, there would be unexpected illness and unexpected absenteeism. On those cases, we need to prepare well in advance to have them cross trained, or even before assigning the multiple duties. On that case, how do you think we can devise a strategy so that work goes without any interruption?
As I was talking about, job rotation and multitasking works. With our perspective, any business cannot be a single-handed business. So a collection of talents and togetherness is the success. Together we can win actually. So whenever we are doing induction, all the departments will join together and they'll do induction. For example, HR induction will be there, safety induction will be there, quality induction will be there, production induction will be there, process induction will be there. All the trainings will be there, and on job trainings will be provided to all the people. um, so as I was quoting early, multitasking plays a major role, and job rotation mechanism will also plays a major role. And illness cause high absenteeism, as I completely believe with you, because a lot of manufacturing industries will we faced actually in the pandemic. Most 40 or 50 percentage of people are not came to the work. But this job rotation and multitasking, we usually call it as a butterfly work, and the different companies will have the different names accordingly. The job rotation we actually done it, and that helps business moves into a sustainability, and there is no single handed. People used to work a lot of works. One girl has to do assembly work, one girl has to do packing work, one girl has to do quality work, and the screwing will in assembly there are 4 5 small departments will be there, so all the work has been taken care in a good way.
Okay. So, following up to the question, so you are talking about a girl or women getting trained. So this just got me curious. So how do you see that male female ratios in the manufacturing industries? How open now the management or the organizations to focus on the male female ratio? So maybe we can talk about diversity inclusion more in the IT field, or subsequent IT like fields. But whereas when it comes to manufacturing, how the organizations are open on this inclusion and diversity as such.
Okay, in my current organization, it is 60/40 ratio. Like 60 percentage people are a male, and 40 percentage of people are operators are female. In my early organization, 100% of female employees. 100% of female employees. They usually work in the mission. They usually work in the assembly. And as of now, in my current organization, 40% of people are female, and they usually work in the missions. Like some 20 people are there in the electrical department, and 20% are there in the missions. They usually run mission. That is highly important, and such kind of training we have provided. Both internal training and external training have been provided. And I can the curiosity which we bought freshers are much talented, and much they have a fresh concept on their mind, and everybody is willing to work. the ratio is also very big. We recruited more than 600 to 700 people, and we board only 100 plus people. So that efficiency and that number has actually increased. So that creates 40 percentage. Now my management wants to go for 80 percentage female workforce. They want 100 percentage female workforce. So that diversity and if we usually talks about all the companies are talks about diversity and inclusion. I don't know how much are familiarized to bring that diversity and inclusion on board, on selecting these people, selecting this employees, I can say. First of all, we need to assess their staffing and skills need, and keeping train up to date, which I can talk about upskilling, and develop a competitive pay and benefits, and managing performance, and design a reward system for them, and keep employees motivated. And there is a competitive plan program will be there, because there are a lot of competitors, like a neighbor company will pay 500 rupees increase. People used to tend to go there. And there are a lot of talent pools are there, recruitment and retention plan, retention benefit. How we are going to retain them on trending, what is the trend now, like we'll be giving some employee engagement benefits, in terms of giving coupons, in terms of giving gifts, in terms of giving some monetary benefits. And last but not least, I can talk about this. Provide training includes ethics, which reinforce the corporate values. Every companies will having their corporate values. In my organization, we do have four values. In many organizations, there will be having their values. We have to include that in the training part, so people will reinforce the corporate values. These are the four strategies which we need to plan on diversity and inclusion, which we are planning it.
That's really empowering to hear. So usually, IT and IT like companies are more on the inclusivity diversion, more global companies. So, but then it's really good to hear about manufacturing industries being open to such concept, and spending more time to devise it strategically as well. I'm sure, women leaders like you in and out there would definitely bring out a change in such system. So we were talking about inclusion, diversity, and how the new hiring works, and how they are interested and engaged. So Deepa, can you share some insights on how do you find a difference between the X, Y, and Z? I'm sure, like, I think we have a combination in the workplace, and of course that makes any team or a workplace successful, like in a combination of X, Y, and Z. So if not at least Y and Z, I think Gen Z forces have started coming into the workplace as well. So how different they are from the X and Y?
All right, Gen Z is quite I can say they are so competitive, and retaining them is quite competitive in the workplace, actually, because there are a lot of team dynamics will be there, as you're talking about Gen Z and um, Gen X. So pandemic plays a vital role on onboarding Gen Z as of now, because they'll be having a different mindset, because they worked actually in work from home concept. Now bringing back to their work, and workplace stability and workplace sustainability, they have to change the mind, they have to change their mindset, actually, on working in an organization. Like hybrid work has been started. Hybrid is not going to fit into the manufacturing, because hybrid plays a major role in IT. In manufacturing, definitely all the people has to come and work in the organization. There is no doubt about that. um, we can tell, administrative can people can sit at home and do their work. For example, finance people can stay in home and they can do work from home option, they can avail work from home option. But machine touch people, yes, definitely they have to step into the work, and they have to come to the factory to work. So my request to all the Gen Z peoples have to clear their mind. They have to throw their early existence, like I can work from home, or work from home, something like that. They have to throw from their mind, and they have to come to the work. So probably in the manufacturing industry, hybrid work cannot be going to become a success. So all the people has to come to their work. So so that's it, Kripa.
Okay, okay. So three top things that Gen Z expects at a workplace. So to me and to the participants who are watching, if you think three things we should keep in mind before devising any kind of programs, strategic programs for Gen Z. So what should we take into consideration?
Okay, number one is rewards and recognition,
Okay,
and number two is safety and health
okay,
and compensation
compensation.
and
So
respect.
yes, yep, okay. That pretty much sums up my question.
I don't want to talk about rewards and recognition not on monetary benefit. It could be a fantasy based. Everyone dream has to go out and have a dinner or some kind of gifts coupon. So people are expecting that kind of rewards and recognition.
Okay, okay. More on the non-monetary and live the moment kind.
Correct.
Yes. So I think even most of the organization, the way they devise the R&R program is very different. Previously we used to go with gifting a book or very very simple things that basically touches the heart. Now it has become more like a motivation or the product they can use in their day to day life. So they basically measure the strength of the reward by how much the product is being useful to them, not just about a reward. So that's one thing I've been watching in the last 8 years of my career. So I versus the current people who are coming into the workforce. So I could pretty much relate that, Deepa. So three competencies that everybody should have at workplace, or the current Gen Z who are coming into the workplace. If you say three competencies that they should be hands ready before they come into the workplace, what would be that?
Number one is attitude. Number
Okay,
two, the team dynamics. I can talk about that. And they have to be particularly know about the subject knowledge. Not only the subject knowledge, they have to know what is the company culture and how the company is. What is the value of the company and what work they are going to do it. So that they have to be very clear. Even though they are very skilled people or they might have a little bit of experience on handling things, but attitude plays a very important role. So attitude is very very important in manufacturing sector. So so that's the three key point I can quote here.
okay, okay. Do you think companies' culture has a bigger influence in the development of the organization in the future?
Of course, Kripa. So that is major important. For example, on which I would like to quote here on benefit of HR strategy, which company culture and company ways of working and company's value is highly important. I would like to say people alignment is more important than work itself. There should be a closer alignment between HR and the organization. This will help to anticipate and respond to the customer need. Rigorous research and planning and development is highly involves workforce involving in the workforce culture, as it creates a good value among the people, and it will create a good morale among all the people.
Okay, okay, okay. So, Deepa, can you quote us an incident or an example where the culture has paid, there would be a lot of attrition. I think from the conversation we had, it's not only the IT field but also everywhere the attrition is very common, as expectation of workforce is kind of evolving and getting different. So because of one such cultural practice, you feel that we can actually return high performing talents or good talents who were in the organization for a long time. So is there any such cultural practice you adored or you used in your workspace?
Uh, yes, today's skills are becoming more and more specialized. So if you are talented employee, you will be want to do an utmost priority to keep them up, and but you are not offering employees what they worth. Someone else will be definitely
Mhm.
right. So we should
Mhm.
ensure that talented staffs are supported, having a clear path of progression, and this is very important if they are having a happy role in their hand. How we have to make sure and how overcome this? You have to be much care and appreciate each and every employees, so you can expand them by offering regular rewards and recognition. So that's the overcome, that's the outcome for retaining employees in this competitive market, in this competitive environment.
Okay. Yep. Yep. They say learning keeps us young usually, and learning is a continuous process. So, how do you think the learning and development, the strategic plan has influenced the workforce? Or we actually talk about IDP, like individual development programs, individual development plans, and we need to keep upskilling and all that. So, how do they see that in the manufacturing space, or especially in an industry as that? So usually I was with an organization which was actually moving to an corporate kind of setup. It's an old organization. They were moving to an corporate setup where many of them were not actually open to the learning and development. They only felt that it is some background team that that is helping the HR team to put some marks, and that would affect in the appraisal. So they literally hate our department, and it took some time for us to communicate, where we communicated, over communicated, we did something. And I know at that one point of time, yes, they said they believed in us. So similarly, on with the mixed kind of workforce that is in place. So how do you actually devise such learning and development policies or strategies for people?
So training and development policies are linked to the strategy actually. So it is we usually conduct training and development as a on job training. Job rotation plus on job training will help multitasking to give extra responsibilities to learn to have a sustainable business. As I'm talking about, you know HR will be having a employee tree. So all the people are not from their, they are not from they will not come from the golden spoon or silver spoon. They usually come from the poor background. We'll be having a employee tree, so we knows what employees and blue collars and operators or associates required. So accordingly we have to create a job on job training program, or some kind of motivational training program, some kind of behavioral training program. And we have, in my early organization, we have conducted spoken English class and spoken Hindi class. And it is not a part of job, it is not a part of what job they are doing in. It is not a technical training, though it is a behavioral training, though it is a motivational training. So many people have turned up. I can say more than 1,500 people have enrolled on that. So that gives lot of motivation to each and every person to take up a challenge and to deliver a result actually. So interest, involvement, and these two things are highly essential. And we will not pull people, we should not push people to come and attend their training and development session. It is their interest towards their work to come forward to attend the session actually. Then we have conducted lot of motivational session. So as a employee engagement part, there will be a fun Friday, and there will be a training and development program will be there. So it is easy going training and development program. Half an hour there will be a fun event will be there, 15 minutes there will be a training program. At last we will conduct some a small program, and we will finish that. So that motivates them actually. So that has been linked. And one more thing we have done, this training and development program that we have linked with the productivity linked incentive. This people has to attend training and development program compulsory, that will be linked into their performance incentive. So they have to come and attend, they have to complete their assessment, they have to complete their program, they have to take 60 percentage or 70 percentage based on the productivity. So that helps, we actually as a HR person, we also achieve our target on conducting training and development, so they will also got some insight on that.
Very interesting, very interesting. And how your you, people like you driving the workforce to bring interest and also make them benefited, and it's a win-win. We also get benefit. So I think I'm pretty much done with the questions. So let's wait for some participants to check whether they have something to ask on. I think we are pretty much done because I think we have covered everything that needs to be known. And thank you so much, Deepa. In spite of all the technical troubles, you've not, failed us to join. And thank you so much for joining this evening. I'm sure it was one, well spent weekend evening, definitely for me. And I got to know about a lot on the, especially, me being in the IT years background, and I was also able to understand more on how evolving the manufacturing and the other non-IT sectors are as well. And the way you had described out the answers, every single thing we were able to connect. I'm sure even the participants as well. And I think there is a comment. Yes, very interesting question. Meheka, thank you. How HR analytics play a role in HR strategy?
All right. Okay, you have to formulate and implement the strategy, and the strategy objective is highly important. And uh, this HR analytics is very important in manufacturing industry. As of now, we are not much, as to be frank, many manufacturing industries are not having that familiarity of having HR analytics. But now it is actually it's booming like anything. Like HR analytics is very important, and there are a lot of programs are happening in that exact HR analytics. So that is quite important in the manufacturing industry. I'm not sure, I'm sure many IT industries are following HR analytics, but not in manufacturing. But as of now, manufacturing is also having HR analytics program, and HR analytics is very important.
Yeah. Yes. So it's good to know that a lot of trending things are also used in the manufacturing. Generally, there's a say that only IT industry adopt new techniques and technologies, and non-IT doesn't. But it was an eye opener for me, and I'm sure the same as well for the participants to know uh, the trends and techniques that being used in the manufacturing, logistics, or other non-IT industries as well. So it was very interesting. Especially, I liked about your insights on the gig economy, and the corresponding strategies you use, and the quick you summed up about how it's all about engaging the employees, and how we should draw a balance between the employees and the customers on the other end. So I think that is all the thing that every HR, budding HR, or all HR professionals should actually know. And it's more about tactics on balancing it. And yeah, we have one more question. So I'm a startup pro concern, and I like to know what are the fun activities that was being conducted, impactful fun activities.
Okay. Uh, the fun activities we have conducted, a lot of fun activities we have conducted, like cognitive games, a 1 minute game, a lot of regional festivals, like I can my I was little bit much interest to talk about the uh, Krishna Jayanti event which has happened in my last organization, that we have done Krishna ramp walk. They have to dress up like a Krishna and they have to ramp walk in the stage. And we have conducted bullet Vinayaka. They have to dress up like a Vinayaka and they have to roam in the bullet. So these kind of fun activities, like 1 minute game and fun activities, we have conducted. And these are the common activities. Like, people has to come and they have to be with us for 1 hour. There is no diversion, there is no deviation. They have to be with us, they have to enjoy the moment, they have to cherish the moment, and they have to go back. So that's the ultimate aim that we have done in that we are doing, and we usually do in all the fun Friday and all the fun activities.
That's nice. I hope your question was answered, Jay Lakshmi. Okay, with the hard stop, it's 5:07. I think we have come to the final part of the session. Thank you so much, Deepa, for being part of the session, and thank you everyone. Thank you all the participants for being part of the session on the weekend evening. And I'm sure all are ready and packed up for the Monday without Monday blues as well. And thank you, Estrays, once again for the opportunity that was given to me to host this Insight Hours Pep Talk Series 7. So, Estrays Solutions is the HR outsourcing company which provides end-to-end HR outsourcing, support like virtual HR services, HRMs, and creating and rewriting HR policies. They also offer very interesting certification programs on HR operations and for HR business partner. Do tune into their website www.srace.in and their presence in the social media pages like LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And this is Shivakripa Rajaram, HRBP Maverick Systems, and people architect who also love to pens down her thoughts on Indic management. Do visit my website www.shivakripa.com and please do share your feedback. And you can also connect me in the LinkedIn in the name Shivakripa Rajaram. So again, the next month we will meet you all in the Insight Hours Pep Talk Series 8 with one more, interesting personality, industry personality. Thank you. Thank you once again, Deepa, for being part of the session. Thank you so much. And thank you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you.